So, my dear friend, today we discuss about a case of 65-year-old man with 10-month history of tremor and rigidity. What is your differential diagnosis? This is very nice case and a very easy case. ठीक है? And a patient is old age, so degenerative process. We first think the degenerative process. And what is the degenerative disease? That's called rigidity and tremor. It is there nothing but the Parkinson disease. And it is mainly there, not only Parkinson, it is the idiopathic Parkinson disease. There are other causes of Parkinson disease. We know many causes of Parkinson disease. One of this is pugilistic, another is trauma, another is vascular stroke, and some drugs. Drugs also cause Parkinson disease. Electrocution, which is one of the cause of Parkinson disease. So we should remember about that. Is it idiopathic Parkinson disease or is it other than idiopathic Parkinson disease? So this is our differential diagnosis. So, what are the other causes of Parkinson disease? Some drugs such as metoclopramide, sodium valproate, lithium, it is caused the Parkinson disease. Sodium valproate, lithium, and metoclopramide. And some degenerative disease, we should think other causes of degenerative disease such as Alzheimer's, DOBD, multiple system atrophy, progressive supranuclear palsy, and corticobasal degeneration. And some degenerative disease also such as Wilson, Huntington, and annexin-based injury. So, at first we think about the Parkinson disease and other causes of Parkinson disease, and then we should think about the other cause such as annexin-based injury, some genetic cause, Wilson disease, and Huntington disease. These symptoms also cause the Parkinsonian-like features. So, how can you evaluate the case? You should take the history of what? History of drug, any history of drug use, any history of toxin use, any history of electrocution, brain trauma, any history of stroke. How can we evaluate the stroke? There is any weakness of arms, weakness of legs, and facial asymmetry, also the aphasia, inability to speak, and loss of consciousness. Some sort of seizure sometimes can present with stroke, but it is very rare. So, what are the other history you should take? You should take the birth trauma, is there in birth trauma present or not, any family member affected, in case of Wilson disease and in case of also Huntington disease. Family history is very important. And you should take there some patient occupational history. There is micrographia and shuffling gait, and a short bed gait, and a slowness of movements, and also some emotional liability. Emotional liability can be present with this sort of Parkinson disease. As voice sense, and sense of voice, and sometimes the drug overdose side effects such as drooling of saliva, and also the history of gait disturbance can be present in case of Parkinson disease. And in case of Wilson disease, what are the history you take? There is a history of jaundice, right upper quadrant pain, jaundice, abdominal, nausea, vomiting. That is hepatic phases can be present with the Wilson disease. So, what are the Huntington disease? There may be a family history, and milkmaid movement of hands can be present with the Huntington disease. And Huntington disease is usually present earlier age. This patient is very young, so Huntington disease possibility is very rare in this case. Wilson disease also. Wilson disease is usually present in younger age or early 30 or 40. But in this case, it is not so much common. So another thing is Lewy body dementia. We can find the history of dementia. Dementia, in Parkinson disease, dementia is not so much common, but dementia can be present in case of Parkinson disease. So what is the examination? In general examination, you can find expressional space, and you can find the speech. Speech is soft, rapid. It's a very good case. So my dear friend, what can we find in a general examination? We can see the face. There is the expressional space, mask-like space, and there is a speech disturbance, such as soft, rapid, indexing speech. And posture is posture. What is the posture? What is the posture you find in Parkinsonism? It is stoop posture. It is stoop posture you can find in Parkinsonism. And yes, stoop posture. Patient is stoop, and there is a unilateral tremor of on hand. And when you see the gait, patient is slow to start, and reduction of arm swing, and impaired balance of turning, and a rapid short straight length tendency to shorten there. It is called the pestilent gait. The patient কি করবে আপনার হলে quickly, she can try to quickly walk so much quickly, and the straight length will be short and broad base, and tendency to fall. So rapid short straight length and tendency to fall. It is found in case of Parkinsonism. So What are the other findings? You find the tremor. It is resting tremor, unilateral tremor, and rigidity. You can also find the rigidity. It is the rigidity, coagulation and the lid pipe rigidity, and akinesia. You can also find the akinesia, that is the slowness of movement. Akinesia, that is the slowness of movement. You can find the slowness of movement. And if the Wilson disease, although the possibilities is so much rare in this case because patient of age. If the Wilson disease patient, you can find jaundice, chorea, and cave ring. And postural hypertension, I already mentioned it. And sign of stroke, if the patient is suffering of stroke, you can find, or Parkinsonism due to stroke, you can find the hemiplegia, hemiparesis, and cerebral sign also. Not of the investigation you can do. Parkinsonism is a diagnosis of exclusion. It is a clinical diagnosis. No investigation needed. But we can do investigation for heart. We can do investigation for exclude of other differential diagnoses, such as stroke. For that we can do CT scan or MRI. If within 7 days we can CT scan, if after the 7 days we can do the MRI. So what are the other investigation? We can see the serum urinary, total urinary serum copper, total urinary copper, and the serum plasmin level. And also genetic analysis is not done in case of Wilson disease. And we can do other liver function test, and also DNA analysis for for Huntington disease. We can do the DNA analysis test, but genetic test for Huntington disease. So this is the test we can do. And other test, what is the recent test of Parkinsonism? It is PET or SPECT test. PET or SPECT test we can do in case of Parkinsonism, the recent test. So my dear friend, in case say 70-year-old man presented with rigidity and tremor, what is the differential diagnosis? The differential diagnosis is Parkinsonism or idiopathic Parkinsonism, but you must exclude other rare cause or known cause of Parkinsonism. It can be stroke, it can be trauma, it can be due to toxin, and electrocution, and it can be due to other Parkinson plus syndrome. Can be due to Parkinson plus syndrome, that is Lewy body dementia, multiple system activity, frontotemporal dementia, and cerebral degeneration, frontocerebellar degeneration, and other diseases such as anoxic brain injury, and some other causes of abnormal movement such as Wilson disease and Huntington disease can be caused these types of diseases. And what are the history you should take? You should take is there any history of stroke, that is weakness of onset of body, facial asymmetry, also the aphasia. You should take the history of stroke, and you should explore other risk factor of stroke. And other history for history of Huntington disease, Wilson disease. In case of Wilson disease, the history of jaundice, right upper abdominal pain, and in case of Huntington disease, other family member affected or not, and you can exclude the recent dark intake, and what is the dark should a patient already take, tabulated or non-tabulated, or prescribed or non-prescribed dark. What are the darks patient take? So this is the dark history and other toxin exposure present or not. Then what can you do? You can do some investigation, you can do some examination, some general examination, some specific examination. General examination, at first look at the face. If the patient is Parkinsonian, then the patient face is apathetic face by Parkinsonian face, expressionless face, and other findings in unilateral tremor, rigidity, and there is some autonomic disturbance also present. And there is, you can find in the case of blood pressure examination, there is postural top in case of Parkinson plus syndrome. And you can do the mini-mental test for the assess of memory. So what are the other investigation, other examination you can do? You can check for lid pipe rigidity, you can check for the tremor, you can check for the gait. In case of Parkinsonism, it is short rapid gait and piston to fall, and there is a reduced movement during turning, and it is called the pistonate gait. And speech, you can find the slow indistinct speech in case of Parkinsonism, and some akinetic movement. And in case of Wilson disease, you can look for capering and jaundice, and in some cases there may be presence of hepatomegaly. Not the investigation you can do. You can do no investigation for Parkinsonism, but exclude other disease, do the CT scan or MRI of brain, and to exclude Wilson disease, you can do urinary 24-hour urinary total copper, and also the serum plasmin level, and also the genetic analysis for the Huntington disease. And for the Parkinsonism, you can do some recent tests such as SPECT test or PET scan or SPECT test you can do for Parkinsonism disease. So thank you, my dear friend, for your patient hearing.